everyone, welcome to Podkinz. I'm Gennelle, and I'm here with my special co-host, Eric A.W.
Hi, everyone.
Thanks for being with us today.
Oh, no problem.
Now, there's lots happening in Webkinz world right now. The one major thing that we're excited about is the Acorn Collection.
Oh.
Yeah, it begins September 1st. And if you're out there, you might have seen Michael Webkinz' Oak Hollow Cottage Let's Build video.
Yes, I did see it.
Yeah, what'd you think?
Very inspiring, as usual. Michael does excellent Let's Build videos.
Definitely. It was a great way to show you what you can win during the collection event.
So how would I collect acorns when I'm signing into Webkinz?
There's a few different ways. The easiest way is to click on the collection event icon every single day.
Okay.
You can also ask your friends. And this time, you can also go on webkinznews.com and look for the floating acorn.
I will do that. I'm on Webkinz News all the time.
Perfect. So since you are always on Webkinz News, you might have seen this awesome new video by DIY Mommy that we've showed.
Yes.
Yes. She made a puggle puppy out of elastic loom. She's so talented.
I know. It really works into the theme of today's show, I think.
Definitely. And she's going to be doing a whole video series, so keep an eye out for more of those videos.
And if you're over 13, there are even more ways to interact with Webkinz on social media. You can check out our YouTube account, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr. Wow, you guys do a lot of social media on Webkinz.
We do, definitely. There's so many ways to have fun with Webkinz other than webkinzworld.com if you want to, and we hope to see you there. Now, Eric, the theme of this episode is all about expressing creativity.
Yes.
Right? So what's your favorite way of expressing your creativity?
Well, as a writer, what I really like to do is write really short comedy skits. So they're usually just 2 or 3 minutes long. I like to think of a funny idea and just put a couple of characters in a room and have them start talking. A lot of writers are really great at painting a picture in your head. When you read a novel, you feel like you're in the room. Because they can describe everything so well. But I like to do the opposite and just use characters' dialogue and see if you can picture where the characters are, what they're talking about. So that's what I like to do.
That's a skill that comes in handy on your regular job of working on Amazing World, doesn't it?
Yeah, because all the characters are always up to something in Amazing World. So I've always got to be one step ahead of them, at least.
Perfect. Now, how about we check what's in our Kinz post?
Sounds good.
Last episode, we asked you how you express your creativity, and it sounds like everyone is really into showing their artistic side.
Dinosaur Tracker 13 said, I express my creativity in many different ways, but mainly through chalk art.
Whoa.
I will take a whole square on the sidewalk in front of my house and draw something on it with chalk.
Did you used to do that, Eric?
I did, actually.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like I was as good as Dinosaur Tracker.
Yeah.
Though, because listen to this. Recently, I made cartoon-style portraits of all my friends, and next to the portraits, I wrote their names and their good qualities. Some of the other ways I creatively express myself are drawing comics, drawing pictures with colored pencils, like the one I drew of my Webkinz Bubblegumosaurus, dancing, mix and matching clothing, doing crafts, and making Webkinz studio movies about my pets.
Wow, that is a lot of different things.
Multi-talented for sure.
Definitely. Sewing Toby says, I'm really into rubber band jewelry right now and have made some major awesome bracelets and necklaces. I have a friend who does it with me and we have so much fun watching videos and rubber banding. I also love decorating my rooms in Webkinz. I have 155 rooms in my Webkinz house and I'm working on 5 of them right now. 2 are Jumbleberry prize rooms, 1 is using the neo-Gothic furniture, and I am doing a super fancy bathroom with the Spree prizes. I love the Let's Build videos and get lots of great ideas through them.
Ballet Bear 5M wrote, I show my creativity by dancing ballet and modern dance.
Wish Tilly said, I express my creativity through a lot of things. I sketch, do interpretive dancing, design outfits on Webkinz, Amazing World, and Zoe's Design Academy.
Oh, I like to hear Amazing World.
Definitely.
If you want to write to Podkinz, it's really easy. Leave us a comment in the section below the article, or write us at podkinz@gans.com. In this segment, we meet a GANS staff member and ask them about their job. Now, today we have a very special guest. She's actually the founder of Podkinz, and she's here to answer our questions. Meet Gennelle.
Hey, thanks for having me.
No problem. So, we had a lot of fans write in and leave their questions in the comments section below the last episode of Podkinz.
Okay.
So there's a lot of things people are very interested to know. I'm going to be asking you some questions from the fans, and I brought a few for myself as well.
Okay, great.
So before we get into the fan questions, we all know that you're a writer for Webkinz, but maybe you could just quickly tell us, what do you do when you're working on Webkinz?
So basically, I'm part of the creative department. So if I had to sum up my job, I would say it's coming up with ideas all day long.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun.
It is super, super fun. The Webkinz studio is actually nicknamed the Magic Factory. Yeah, it is. It's because we have such a fun time coming up with ideas. So things that I come up with are pets.
Okay.
Virtual pets. Items like PSF and PSIs. I come up with items for the room and like themes and stuff like that. And I also help come up with events. So that's one part of my job. But the other part of my job is I'm the social media lead here.
Oh, right, because we were talking about all the different social media accounts that Webkinz has. That must be a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, but it's really fun. So I help come up with all of the videos and articles and series that we do on Webkinz News, and we share them across all of our other social media platforms. But I think the most important part of that aspect of my job is the fact that I get to interact with Webkinz fans all day long. So basically, if you're on Webkinz News, I'm often in the comment section replying and answering questions, and also on Facebook and Twitter and places like that. So I absolutely love talking to our fans. Not to mention Podkinz.
Yes, the show you're doing right now.
Yeah, and I came up with the idea for this show, and I've been a part of it since the beginning, and it's absolutely one of my favorite parts of my job.
Okay, fantastic. So let's get to a fan question next. This is from Play Now Puppy, and they say, I was wondering, Gennelle, how did you hear about Webkinz? I heard you never even had Webkinz when you were little. Is that true?
That's true.
Did you grow up without Webkinz?
I did. I'm a little bit too old, I think. But yeah, actually, the first time I came across Webkinz was I was working at a bookshop here in Ontario in university. And guess what the bookshop sold?
Webkinz?
Yes. So I remember the very first time Webkinz came out, and I always thought they were such a cool and interesting toy and way to enjoy the internet. And then flash forward a few years, and I'm here.
Would you have ever guessed when you first saw those Webkinz in your bookstore that one day you would be creating brand new Webkinz?
Never. I always wanted to work with toys and sort of creative storytelling and stuff like that, but I had no idea that it would be with Webkinz. But I'm so happy that I'm here now.
Yeah, it's amazing how things work out.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next question is from Ballet Bear 5M, who was also in our last segment. Hi, Gennelle. I have a question for you. When did you start working at Webkinz and why? Please answer.
So I started working at Webkinz 2 years ago. And why? It's because it was such a cool place and I wanted to work with such an awesome website and be creative all day long.
You've told us a lot about being a writer and working on Webkinz, but maybe you could give some fans advice who want to grow up and be writers themselves.
That is a really great question. If you want to be a writer, I think that the absolute best thing you can do is to A, read a lot, read as much as you can.
And why do you think that's important?
So that you can sort of experience the widest range of storytelling voices as possible.
Okay.
Yeah. And the other part would be to practice writing.
Yes.
And you're a fellow writer too.
I am.
So you can agree with me that the best way to improve is just to write every single day. And it doesn't matter if it's just a couple sentences or a couple pages or whatever. It just means you're practicing expressing your own voice.
Yes, it's like any other skill, really. If you play sports, you know that you have to practice every week to keep your skills sharp. And it's the same with writing.
Yeah.
So we're also wondering, where do you get your inspiration from when you're working on Webkinz and you need all these ideas? Where do you get your inspiration from?
Well, firstly, I work with an absolutely amazing team. There's a few of us writers here, and I have to say that they inspire me every day with just how creative they are and the ideas that they come up with. But other than that, I usually tend to think about what I would find really fun. So when we're coming up with an item, you know, how would I want to interact with this? Like, how would I want it to sound and feel and all that kind of stuff? So I think that's often a great lead-in question to ask yourself when you're creating.
Of course. What would I want to see in Webkinz? So finally, what's the most rewarding part of working on Webkinz? What really makes you happy?
I would have to say the reaction of the fans whenever we release something new. So whether that's a new video or a new item or a new pet or a new event, just seeing the enjoyment and the happiness that our fans get out of this game is something that keeps us going and something that makes me love my job so much.
Great. So the next thing I want to do, and our fans at home can do this as well, is I've put together 10 Webkinz rapid fire questions.
Ooh.
Because I think that's one of the fastest ways we can get to know what kind of Webkinz player you are.
Okay, I'm a little nervous.
Okay, so you're ready. Let's begin. And just do the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
Don't think about it too much.
All right.
Where would you rather go for a picnic? Kinsville Park or Adventure Park?
Adventure Park.
Would you rather spend all day in the Kinsville Academy or at the Webkinz Employment Office?
The Academy.
Which Webkinz arcade game are you the best at?
Cooper's Atomic Adventure.
Which Webkinz arcade game are you not that good at?
Flutterbugged.
What is your favorite Webkinz room theme?
The Secret Spy room theme that just came out from the e-store. And I just want to say why I love it so much.
Okay.
It's because it's like this little girl's bedroom, but everything has a super awesome secret function. That's like, it's like James Bond is living there, but it's like a little girl's room. So that's why it's my favorite. I designed that one. I love it.
Great answer. What's the first thing you do when you log in to play Webkinz?
Check my Kinz post.
Why?
Because I like answering all of the requests.
If all the Webkinz hosts were competing in a triathlon, who would win?
Wow. Do you know what? I have to give it up for, I think, Tabby. I feel like Tabby Von Meow is
pretty athletic looking.
A secret athlete. She's probably really great at the triathlon.
Okay, if you were doing a project at school and could only choose one Webkinz host to be your partner, who would you pick?
Miss Caroline.
How come?
Because she's super smart and she's probably really great at doing projects.
Interesting. I would have picked Quizzy. What's the weirdest thing you have in one of your Webkinz room?
I have a haunted toilet.
Okay, that is pretty weird.
It's one of my favorite items that we've ever made. It's so cute and funny. But for some reason, I have it in the middle of a signature endangered room theme. And it doesn't fit. It doesn't make any sense. But I don't want to take it out.
Well, you need to have a bathroom.
Yeah.
So finally, if you were going to sail around the world and you could only take one of your Webkinz with you, which one would you take?
I would take my signature box with me.
And
It's
why?
one of my first ones that I got, and I love them so much.
Great answer. So I think we really learned a lot about what kind of Webkinz player you are there. I hope that if our fans were listening, they might also put their answers in the comments below.
Yes.
And then we can kind of compare everyone's answers.
Definitely. Thank you so much for your questions.
No problem. And thank you to all our fans who sent in the great questions for Gennelle.
So is there a creative art that you would absolutely love to learn, Eric?
You know what I would love to learn is piano, actually.
Oh, cool.
I've always wanted to be able to play piano, and I've just never taken the time to sit down and learn it.
Well, it's never too late to start.
Maybe producer Christian can help me, actually.
Yeah, he's an awesome musician, so maybe you should ask him for lessons. He's giving us the thumbs up.
Perfect. Is there anything you would like to learn?
Do you know what? Going along with the music theme that you just mentioned, I would actually love to be a really great singer.
Well, that would be perfect, because then we could start a little band.
Yeah, although I have a long way to go before I could ever put my singing voice down.
Okay, so
We're
a
gonna
few
work
years
on
from
it.
now, look for our band.
Eric and Gennelle.
We'll play live on Podkinz.
Sounds good.
So now, in the next episode of Podkinz, the theme will be fall.
There's so much to do in Webkinz world. We've touched on a few things in this and the last episode, but we'll be going through exactly what you can expect during the fall season. Eric, do you have a favorite thing about fall?
Well, to me, fall still always feels like a new beginning and a chance to really get a fresh start. The air gets a little cooler and it seems like everyone's just running around. They've got big plans ready to go.
Yeah.
And then I love just walking through the park by my house and seeing the leaves changing colors.
That's so nice.
What do you like about fall?
Pumpkin spice everything. Basically, it's like the time of year where you can suddenly get pumpkin spice coffee or a hot chocolate or cookies and like everything. And the listeners know how much I'm obsessed by awesome food.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, fall is like an awesome chance.
So if you could get pumpkin spice coffee all year, would you drink it all year, or is it just special for you in the fall?
It's just special in the fall, right? It's just like Christmas and peppermint hot chocolate. You got to have it at the right time.
That's right. So that brings us to the end of the show. But before we go, we'd like to ask all of our fans to please answer in the comment section below and tell us what your favorite thing about fall is. And we'll read all the comments.
Definitely. What are you most looking forward to? Let us know.
See you next time.
Thanks for listening.